Hello students, this is your Maths Worksheet 6, chapter number 1, Knowing Our Numbers. Dear students, you will follow COVID appropriate behavior like wear mask, follow physical distancing and maintain hand hygiene. Students, you will ask their doubts and queries related to the subject and related to topics in your Zoom classes. Students are supposed to watch the videos and need to submit the homework for their attendance, because your attendance will be marked according to your homework submission and watching videos of the subject. All students are informed that you all need to submit your homework in the URSL between 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. to avoid any sort of inconvenience. Okay, students? Now, students, today we will discuss about Roman numerals. This is a topic related to chapter number 1, Knowing Our Numbers. The numerals 0 to 9 are used in writing numbers. These numerals are Indian in origin, and the Arabs picked them up and spread to Europe. Therefore, these are called Hindu-Arabic numerals, and the system is known as Hindu-Arabic numeral system. This is not the only system available. One of the early systems of numeration is still Roman numeral system. This system, numerals system, so this system is still used in many places. For example, we can see its use in numbering of different volumes or parts of books, numbers of chapters, number of issues of magazines, etc. So there are 7 distinct symbols. So there are 7 distinct symbols and we also say the numerals. In Roman numeral system, and here we write these symbols along with corresponding Hindu-Arabic numerals. So here we write Roman numerals, and here Hindu Arabic numerals. Now here we write symbol related to Roman numerals, I here. Here we write I, and V, X, L, C, D, M, and we also write this M as a K. Now 1, 5, I mean 1, V mean 5, X mean 10, L mean 50, C mean 100, D mean 500, and M mean 1000. And we also write M or K. Okay, M or K. Now There are some rules related to write Roman numerals. So here the first rule, rule 1. If a symbol is repeated then its value is added as many times as it occurs. Now here write example here. For example, like here we write 2. So here we use double I here and equal to I mean 1 and then again I plus 1 equal to 2. So when we want to write 2 then we use double I, and if we write 3 then we use 3 times I here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 3. Now when we want to write 20 then we use 2 times x here. X mean 10, then again x, 10 plus 10 equal to 20. Same as with 30. Here we use 3 times x here. Mean 10 plus 10 plus 10 equal to 30. And here the only numbers I, x, c and m or k can be repeated here. Only I, x, c and m can be repeated. And V, L and D are never repeated. So here we write the symbols V, L and D are never repeated. Okay, so it's the first rule which we use to write Roman numerals. Now rule number 2. If a symbol of a smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value, we add its value to the value of greater symbol. Greater symbol. Now, for example, For example, like here we want to write 6, then we write V and I. Then here I written on the right hand side of the greater symbol. So then we write 5 plus 1. So 1 will be added with the greater number, in 5 plus 1 equal to 6. And if we want to write 7, then here we repeat I total 2 times, then we write V5 plus 1 plus 1. Then we get 7 here. So if we write a smaller symbol from the right hand side of the greater symbol, then these two numbers added with the greater number. Now example like 8, because I repeated only 3 times here, the maximum time of repetition of I 3. So here we write 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 5 plus 1 6 plus 1 7 plus 1 8. Here we write 8 here. Now if we want to write 11, then we write x mean 10 plus 1 mean I 11. So here x mean 10 plus 1, because here we write I right hand side of the greater symbol here. So then we write 10 plus 1 11. Same as with the other numbers also. Like here if we want to write 65, then L mean 50, X 10, V 5. When we add these all three symbols, we get some. L mean 50 plus X mean 10 plus V mean 5. 50 plus 10 60 plus 5 65. So here we use this method and write numerals accordingly. Now rule 3. If a symbol of a smaller value is written to the left of a symbol of greater value, its value is subtracted from the value of the greater symbol. Now for example, here if you want to write 4, so then we write I V. This time we write I on a left hand side of the greater number. So this time we subtract 1 from 5. So we write 5 minus 1 equal to 4. So here we write 4. And again, if we write 9, then we subtract 1 from 10. So we write I x. Here we subtract 1 from greater number x. So here we write 10 minus 1 equal to 9. Now if we want to write 40, then we write and subtract x from 50, mean x from L. So 50 minus 10 equal to 40. Now next, here we write 90, then we subtract 10 from 100. So we write x c. equal to 100 minus 10 equal to 90. Okay, students. Now, the next rule, rule number 4. Here, the symbols V, L and D. V, L and D never written to the left of a symbol of greater value. Here the symbols V, L and D are never written to the left of a symbol of greater value. That is V, L and D are never subtracted, because if the number not written on a left hand side of the greater number, then the number never subtracted. So V, L and D are never subtracted. So the symbol I can be subtracted from V and X only, and the symbol X can be subtracted from L, uh, K or M and C only, and the symbol C can be subtracted from D and M only. Okay, students. So remember these 3 points also. Now rule 5. Now if a smaller number, or if a smaller numeral is placed between two larger numerals, it is always subtracted from the larger numeral. It is always subtracted from the larger numeral immediately following it. Okay, now for example, like here we take x I v. Here this is a numeral. Now here we write x I and v. It means I subtracted from v, because the rules say that if a smaller numeral is placed between two larger numerals, so these are two larger numerals and one smaller numeral I in the between of these two larger numerals. So here this I subtracted from the larger numeral 5. So here we write 10, x mean 10 here, plus v mean 5 minus I mean 1. Then we write 14. 10 plus 5 minus 1 4, 10 plus 4 14. Now in the same way x I x. So here we subtract I from x, mean 10 minus 1. Then we write x mean 10 here, plus 10 minus 1. Then 10 plus 10 minus 1 9. 10 plus 9 19. Now the next rule number 6. Here if a bar is placed over a numeral, is placed over a numeral, it is multiplied by it is multiplied by 1000. For example, here we write v and place a bar on this numeral. So here we write this number as 5000, because rules say that if a bar is placed over a numeral, it is multiplied by 1000. So here 5 multiplied by 1000, 5 multiplied by 1000. V mean 5 and bar mean 1000 here. So 5000. Now the next number, here we write L and place bar on it. And L mean 50. So here 50 multiply by 1000. Then we get 50,000. So now here we write some numerals like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. So we add 1 with x, mean x and I. X and I mean 10 plus 1, 11. Now 12. So x plus 2, 12. Mean x plus double I. 2 times I here. Now x plus 3 times I, 13. Now x plus 4 IV, 14. X plus 4, 14. Now x plus 5, 15. X plus VI, 16. because here we represent 6 by using vi. So here 10 plus vi, 16. 10 plus 7, 17, mean x plus v double I, 2 times I here. So xv 2 times I, 17. Now 10 plus 8, 18. Now 10 plus 9, 19. Now here we write 20 by using 2 times x here. Now for 30, you all know that x repeated total 3 times here. Okay, x repeated here total 3 times. So here we write x, x and x. 3 times x shows 30. 10 plus 10, 20 plus 10, 30. Now we write 40. So you all know that we represent 50 by using L, symbol L. So here we subtract 10 from 50. So we write XL, and we write X on a left hand side of the L. So it represents 40. Now 60. L plus 10 mean L plus X. L represent for 50 and X represent for 10. So 10, here we add L and X. 50 plus 10, because L here written on a right hand side of this greater numeral. So 10, 50 plus 10, 60. Now here we write 70. So 50 plus 20, and here we represent 20 by using 2 times x here. So L and XX, 2 times x here. Okay, so L 50 plus 10, 60 plus 10, 70. Now we write 80. So here we represent 30 by using 3 times x, and 50 mean L here. So L plus 3 times x. So here we write L 3 times x here. Okay students. Now here we write 90. So we represent 100 by using symbol C. So here we subtract 10 from 100. Then we get 90. So here we write x on a left hand side of C, because C represent to 100, and when we write x, because x represent to 10, then 100 minus 10 equal to 90 here. Now students, here we play a one game with you. So related to write Roman numeral. You also play this game in your home also. So here we open this book randomly, and which page number come on the right hand side of this book, we write this number here on the board, and then we write the Roman numeral of that number and of all these numbers. Okay students. Now so here we take 5 numbers here. Okay, now start. Here 69, then we write 69 here. Now again 171. So here we write 171. Then again 413. So here we write 413. Now 559. So here we write 559. Now next 51. So here we write 51 here. Now here we will write the Roman numeral of this number like 69. So here 60 plus 9. So here we represent 60 by using, so here there are two parts of 60, 50 plus 10. So here we write L plus X and 9 IX. So here we represent LXIX. So 69 represent as in Roman numeral LXIX. Now 171. So here we separate 100 plus 71. So here we represent 100 by using symbol C. And now we write 71. So L represent to 50, then 60, 70 and I. So here 171 represent as in Roman numeral CLXXI. Now 413. So here first we separate 413 here. Now 400 represent by using, so D represent to 500. And here we subtract 100 from 500, then we write C on a left hand side of the 500 mean D. So here we write CD and 13. How we represent 13 here? X and I 3 times. So here 413 represent as a Roman numeral CDX and 3 times I here. Now 559. So here 500 plus 59. Now 500 represent by D and 59. 50 represent by L here and 9 IX, because 1 subtract from 10, then we write IX here, and 559 represent by using Roman numeral and Roman symbol DLIX. Now 51. So 50 plus 1. So here 50 represent in Roman numeral by using L and plus 1. So here we write I here. L and I. So L. Now here we solve questions related to write the following in Roman numerals. Write the following in Roman numerals. Like here the first number 72, 141. So how we write 72? So here we make a two part of this 72. 70 plus 2. Here we write 70 as L X X 50 plus 10 60 plus 10 70. Then 2. Here we represent 2 by using 2 times I. Then we add these two numbers in Roman numeral LXXII. Now the B part of this question 141. So here we make a two part of this number 100 plus 41. 100 represent by using symbol C here and plus 41. So here we represent 40 by using symbol X and L. We subtract 10 from 50. So 50 minus 10, 40, and then add 1 with 40. So 40 plus 1, 41. Then we write and add these two numbers CXLI. Now, the C part of this question. Here we write 92. Here again make a two part of this number 90 plus 2. How we represent 90 here? Here we subtract 10 from 100. Then we write XC. So here we write X from left hand side of the greater number and then 2. Now here we write XCII. So it represent 92. Now D part of this question. So here we write 1015. So how we write 1015? Make a part of this number 1000 plus 15. So how we represent 1000? By using symbol M, and plus 15 mean here we write XV. 10 plus 5, 15. Now we write MXV. Okay students. Now the next question, question number 2. Here write the following in Hindu Arabic numerals. So here we write the Roman numerals in Hindu Arabic numerals. Now the A part of this question. Here the number is XXIX. So here you also know that here we separate these numbers like XX and IX, because XX represent to 20 and IX represent to 9. So here XX plus IX. Now XX means 20 and IX means 9. Then we get number 29 here. Now here the same rule is here, CLXV. So here C represent to 100. Here first we separate these numbers, C plus L plus X plus V. Now C mean 100 plus L mean 50 plus X mean 10 and plus V mean 5. Now 100 plus 50, 150 plus 10, 160 plus 5, 165. Now the next number, MCIX. So here again we separate these numbers. M mean 1000. So M plus C plus IX mean 9. So here we write IX. Now M represent to 1000 plus C represent to 100 plus I represent to 9. Here 1000 plus 100, 1100, and 1100 plus 9, 1109 or 1109. Now D part of this question. Here we write number CCXXV 3 times I. Now here first we separate these numbers like CC and XX, then V triple I, like C plus C plus X plus X plus V and triple I here, plus 100 plus 10 plus 10 plus V and triple I mean 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 here. Now we add these numbers, 100 plus 100, 200, 200 plus 10, 210, 200 plus 210 plus 10, 220, and 220 plus 8, 228. Okay students, dear students, I also give some questions related to this discussion of Roman numerals in your worksheet. So you will solve these all questions in your fair notebook. Okay students.